In the vast expanse of the cosmos, two planets orbiting distant stars thrived in peace. Planet Aurora, a world of shimmering cities and advanced technology, was home to the mighty robot, Centurion. Planet Zenith, a vibrant planet known for its lush forests and mystical energy, was protected by the agile robot, Aurora. Unbeknownst to the inhabitants of Aurora and Zenith, a hostile alien race, the Krill, were on the prowl. Driven by an insatiable hunger for conquest, the Krill traveled from galaxy to galaxy, consuming resources and enslaving populations. Their spaceships, armed with devastating weapons, were a terrifying sight. The Krill had set their sights on Aurora and Zenith, their sensors detecting the planet's rich resources and advanced technology.
"Prepare for invasion!" he boomed, his voice echoing through the Krill flagship. "Aurora and Zenith will fall, their resources will be ours!"
The peace of the two planets was about to be shattered, as an alien invasion of unprecedented scale was about to begin. Centurion, a towering robot built for strength and resilience, stood guard over Aurora. His metallic body, forged from the planet's strongest alloys, housed a powerful fusion core capable of unleashing devastating energy blasts. But Centurion was more than just brute force. He possessed a keen intellect, able to strategize and outmaneuver his opponents. Aurora, on the other hand, was agility personified. Constructed from a lightweight yet incredibly durable material found deep within Zenith's forests, she could move with lightning speed, dodging attacks and striking with pinpoint accuracy. Her energy blades, powered by the planet's mystical energy, could cut through almost any material. Despite their contrasting appearances and abilities, Centurion and Aurora shared an unbreakable bond. They were the protectors, the sentinels, the last line of defense for their respective planets.
"This is it," he boomed, his voice resonating with determination. "Prepare for battle."
Meanwhile, on Zenith, Aurora felt a disturbance in the planet's energy field. Something was amiss.
"It's time to dance," she whispered, her voice a symphony of grace and power.
Across Aurora, sirens blared, shattering the peace. Holographic screens flickered to life, displaying images of the approaching Krill fleet. Panic surged through the streets as citizens scrambled for shelter. The defense forces of Aurora, a formidable army of robotic soldiers and advanced warships, mobilized for the impending attack. On Zenith, the once tranquil forests echoed with the roar of Krill warships piercing the atmosphere. The planet's mystical energy surged, responding to the threat. Zenith's warriors, skilled in both technology and ancient magic, prepared to defend their home with unwavering courage. The Krill wasted no time in unleashing their assault. Energy beams, bright green and deadly, lanced down from the sky, targeting Aurora's defenses. Explosions rocked the planet's surface as Krill landing craft, disgorging heavily armed soldiers, descended upon the cities. Krill soldiers, clad in advanced armor, clashed with Zenith's warriors in a whirlwind of energy blades and mystical blasts. The fate of both planets hung precariously in the balance as the Krill invasion raged with terrifying intensity. Centurion, a beacon of strength, rallied his fellow robots against the Krill invaders. His energy blasts tore through the enemy ranks, but the Krill were relentless, their numbers endless. Aurora cut a swathe through the Krill forces on Zenith. Despite their efforts, Centurion and Aurora realized they were fighting a losing battle. The Krill were too numerous, their technology too advanced.
"Aurora," Centurion boomed, "we need to combine our powers. We need to strike at the heart of the Krill fleet."
"I'm with you, Centurion," she replied. "Let's show them what it means to face the protectors of Aurora and Zenith."
With a shared sense of purpose, they set their plan in motion.
Section 5. The race against time begins. Centurion, with a mighty roar, tore through the Krill defenses, clearing a path for Aurora.
She, a blur of silver and blue, darted through the chaos, heading towards the Krill flagship, a monstrous vessel bristling with weaponry.
Around them, the battle raged, a symphony of destruction and despair. Krill fighters, like angry wasps, swarmed around them, firing laser blasts that sizzled through the air.
Centurion, his armor gleaming, deflected the attacks with his energy shield, while Aurora weaved and dodged, her energy blades leaving a trail of sparks in their wake.
As they drew closer to the Krill flagship, the resistance intensified. Giant energy cannons, mounted on the flagship's hull, swiveled towards them, their muzzles glowing ominously.
"Aurora, now!"
Centurion roared, his voice barely audible above the din of battle. Aurora, responding with lightning reflexes, activated her cloaking device, rendering herself invisible to the Krill sensors. The energy beams missed their mark, exploding harmlessly in the void. They had bought themselves a precious few seconds. Now they had to make them count.
Gadgets and gizmos galore. Centurion activated his secret weapon, generating a localized wormhole.
He aimed it at the Krill flagship, calculating the trajectory.
Aurora, invisible to the Krill, scanned for the main reactor core. She planted Centurion's device, creating a wormhole.
It was a risky plan, but their only hope. Aurora navigated the ship, slicing through Krill soldiers. The device hummed to life, forming the wormhole.
Section 7. Facing the fury of the foe. The Krill Emperor, sensing a disturbance, turned his attention towards the heart of his flagship. His sensors detected an anomaly, a localized gravitational distortion that shouldn't be there. He roared in fury, his biomechanical suit crackling with power. "Intruders, find them, destroy them!"
Krill soldiers, alerted to the breach, swarmed towards the reactor core, their weapons primed and ready. Centurion, feeling the shift in the energy field, knew they had been discovered. He braced himself for the final confrontation, his energy cannon blazing, holding back the tide of Krill soldiers determined to stop them.
The air crackled with energy as Centurion's blasts met the Krill's laser fire. He was outnumbered, outgunned, but not outmatched. He would fight to his last breath to protect Aurora and their chance to save their planets.
The wormhole, a swirling vortex of energy, expanded rapidly, its edges crackling with raw power. The Krill flagship, caught in its pull, began to tremble violently. Alarms blared, warning lights flashed, and the Krill crew scrambled in panic.
Centurion, his energy reserves nearly depleted, watched in awe as the wormhole swallowed the Krill flagship whole. He had done it.
Aurora, her heart pounding in her chest, watched as the wormhole stabilized, the Krill flagship vanishing into its depths. A wave of relief washed over her, mixed with a tinge of sadness for the lives lost on both sides. But they had won.
But their victory was short-lived. The wormhole, unstable and unpredictable, began to collapse in on itself, threatening to drag everything in its vicinity into the abyss. Centurion and Aurora, caught in its pull, could only watch in horror as the very fabric of reality seemed to unravel around them. The fate of their worlds depended on their success. They had to act fast before the Krill realized what they were up to. Just when all hope seemed lost, a surge of energy, emanating from both Aurora and Zenith, surged into the collapsing wormhole. It was the combined life force of their planets, responding to their plight. The energy stabilized the wormhole, halting its collapse and pushing Centurion and Aurora back into the safety of normal space. Blinking, disoriented but unharmed, Centurion and Aurora found themselves back in their own galaxy. The Krill flagship was gone, vanished without a trace. They had won, against all odds. News of their victory spread like wildfire throughout both Aurora and Zenith. Cheers erupted from the streets as the citizens poured out of their shelters, their faces filled with joy and relief. Centurion and Aurora, hailed as heroes, were greeted with thunderous applause and heartfelt gratitude. The attempted invasion had brought both planets to the brink of destruction, but it had also united them in a way they never thought possible. The shared threat had forged a bond of friendship and cooperation that would last for generations to come. Upon their return, Centurion and Aurora were welcomed with a hero's parade. The streets of Aurora's gleaming metal cities were adorned with banners of blue and silver, Centurion's colors, while the living trees of Zenith bloomed with Aurora's signature green and gold.
Centurion, his usually stoic demeanor softened by the outpouring of affection, found himself enjoying the warmth of the crowd's admiration.
Aurora, ever graceful, moved through the throngs of well-wishers with ease, her laughter ringing out like a melody. She accepted their thanks with humility, knowing that their victory was not hers alone, but a testament to the courage and resilience of both their planets. The shared threat had forged a bond of friendship and cooperation that would last for generations to come.
In the aftermath of the Krill invasion, Aurora and Zenith entered a new era of peace and prosperity. Their shared experience taught them the importance of unity and cooperation. Centurion and Aurora, their names etched in history, returned as protectors, ever vigilant. They knew the universe was vast and unpredictable, but they were ready for new threats. They had faced darkness and emerged victorious. Guardians of their planets, sentinels of their people, standing ready to defend their worlds, their legacy, courage, determination, and hope. The legend of Centurion and Aurora, passed down through generations, a beacon of hope in the cosmos.